So I think that's how it works. I hit go live and then it starts going. All right, well, took me a long time to figure out how to make this work, but I think it is working. Yep, okay, I hear it. All right, check complete. The question is, if any of my friends who I sent the link to can come in here and tell me feedback on background music. I thought it would be a nice little addition to hear a little music bed underneath all the talking, just so it's not so boring. I found some royalty-free stuff to do. All right. It's going to be a lot of me trying to figure out how to do this. So I'm going to start by pushing that button. Say boom. Now I've got a canvas. So I'm going to explain my plan here. So let's talk about what LearnWit is. So let's start that by, nope, not that. Let's throw some text at the top that says what the title is. So, LearnWit. I want it to be black. See if that works. Whoa. That doesn't really work. Why is it so... Okay. All right. Well, eject. Boom. Not doing that. All right. Let's spell out what LearnWit is real quick, because that lays the foundation of what I'm going to be doing here. So there's a few different ways that I have it set up to be able to draw on the screen and work through stuff. So I'm going to be exploring all of that for a second. Okay, so step one, let's define what LearnWit is. I swear you could double click. So Accounting Wit, the name of the channel, comes from this concept of LearnWit, which stands for Learn with Intention to Teach. So step one of the LearnWit process is laboratory. Step two, this is gonna be, I'm on a Mac, but the screen that I'm showing is a PC, so the keyboard strokes don't translate. All right, so LearnWit, the LearnWit process the LearnWit process starts with laboratory, which I really wish there was a way to do that easier. Okay, this is personal, like as an individual, personal study. This is where you learn by yourself. Oh, gosh. I don't know the keystrokes here. There we go. And then this is with people. So the point of LearnWit is, in the laboratory, you study things on your own, read the book, think, and then the workshop is you go with others and you discuss Oof. Can't spell. So, in a workshop, you work through the ideas that you've established in the laboratory. And in the laboratory, one of the main things that's a byproduct. Let's see if it'll let me draw with my... One of the main byproducts, we'll call them artifacts. You create an artifact which represents whatever you've learned. So going back to the beginning, the whole point is when you're learning something, you're learning with the intention to teach it. So in the laboratory is where you're learning. And then workshop is basically practicing the teaching. And you present your ideas and wait for others to give you critical feedback. So one of the main things going on is you go in the laboratory, you think through ideas, you get critical feedback, and then you go back to the laboratory and go through this cycle. So that's kind of the main process here is think, workshop, get feedback, go back to the lab, think more. And this whole time you're doing it with the intention to teach. So when you're learning, you're doing it with the intention of, oh, I know I need to go and present this to others. And in the workshop stage, which you could think of as, in a school setting, this would be in class, having group discussions, or I like to call them just workshopping groups. You're going through this process of lab, workshop, all the while these artifacts you're creating are all intended to become exhibits. So think of the exhibit is like the final presentation. So this could be, and whatever the artifact is, a white paper, a video, a product, whatever it is that represents your final learning as an exhibit to the world. All right, so right now, that's what I'm doing, is this channel, these live lab sessions, is where I am doing this process. So this is, I'm basically going to live stream my lab/workshop sessions. So, originally this whole channel is made up of videos of, let's see if this works. If you go to accountingwit.com. So these videos that I made, 14 years ago, 15 years ago, these were made as part of this process. These were my exhibit sessions that I created to teach accounting. So I was teaching some college courses, 14, 15 years ago, and the students, you could think of me teaching was a form of me exhibiting the things that I had learned. And so all of these videos that I made, over a decade ago are all the methods that I created, the artifacts that I created when I was learning. So that's why, the channel's called Accounting Wit, is it's accounting with intention to teach. So these laboratory sessions, I'm going to start doing live sessions where what I'm going to do is create learning artifacts. So for example, right this second, I'm creating a PowerPoint slide to present the ideas that I'm thinking through. So I'm going to use this stream as a method of thinking out loud and doing this laboratory session with the intention of teaching. So I'm going to be creating artifacts as I go and then create kind of finished products, which will be the exhibits. So I'll start creating procured playlists, kind of a curriculum, and different artifacts that are exhibits of the learning. So you could start with an outline now where, all right, let's create an artifact that is so what are the areas of kind of what are the things that I want to create exhibits or learn, workshop, and create exhibits in? So let's call it accounting. And then I need to learn how to use the keyboard on a Windows PC. Accounting, we could do finance. We could do tax. We could do managerial accounting. So let's just say inside of accounting, financial accounting. So I think I'm going to toy around with the idea of calling it corporate accounting or basic bookkeeping, financial accounting, managerial accounting, tax accounting. Then finance, analytics. I think it would be cool to, whether it's on this channel or a separate channel, get into the real deep, get into Excel really deep. This is something I would like to teach. So I guess analytics and Excel, I don't know where the boundaries are of that right now in terms of how those are separate. Those might be very similar. I could see evolving this channel eventually to, I don't know, but CPA prep, CFA prep, now I'm just kind of throwing stuff at the wall, maybe some financial planning. Oops. So let's say these are curriculum targets. Now let's kind of say, let's just kind of think through the roadmap. Well, before a roadmap, let's establish kind of a strategy. So for now, let's just say the mission I don't know. I need to think about what's the mission of this channel. I'll just pick something for now. But before I say mission, let's throw out a vision. I envision a world where people unlock their potential, their learning potential through the LearnWit process. I don't know. I think I want to say instead through critical thinking and embracing the pain of learning. I need to so the mission of this is promote, illustrate and promote the LearnWit process while creating learning content. So let's say my strategic objectives will be make laboratory sessions, will be kind of community workshop sessions. So this will be like for example, maybe Discord sessions, tutoring, etc. So the thing there is I'm going to be making these things kind of solo. Maybe if people interact in the chat, then it can be kind of a crossover a little bit into workshop. But kind of the real workshop would be, I have a dream of doing tutoring sessions with people where, I could even monetize it by having auctions to see whose homework questions we field and go through. But let's just say workshopping sessions where the things that I create in the laboratory sessions get used and thought through, all the while creating a library, an exhibit library of content. So these kind of will be, and let's say promotion and marketing through viral content and shorts. So I'm not exactly sure how we'll do this yet because this is boring stuff. I imagine, we could so who are our target personas? Like who's going to watch this channel? Who's going to be the people that are going to use the content I make or the workshops? Who are the people that I'm going to be targeting to try to teach this LearnWit process and illustrate this LearnWit process and create learning content for? In my mind, I imagine it's students So students that are taking accounting courses. It's going to be potentially professionals or aspiring professionals. Or just people that need instant answers to how to do something. So we can break down these personas and kind of think through, you know, how to market to them, how to help them learn concepts, kind of each of these personas. All right, so let's say, so we kind of create these curriculum. So we know our objectives. So let's go through the roadmap. I'm going to kind of copy this to start this roadmap. So step 1, which we see happening right now, is create or stream lab sessions. So that's what we've got going here. And to kind of get that going, I had to stream setup. That's not going to work. And then I need to target curriculum. And then I need to get feedback. Towards workshop. Then, holy. My gosh. My accessibility thing turned on, and my goodness, I don't know how to do this. Just check. My computer's wigging out on accessibility. How do you turn off the magnification? Do not I'm stuck. How do I turn this off? Toggle zoom. Boom. 8? What? Guys, I'm broken here. ChatGPT, save me. So, zoom feature. No, I didn't press 8. Press, boom, 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 boom. Nope. How the heck did this happen? Zoom, uncheck, use keyboard shortcuts. This is crazy. I don't know what to do. This stupid new operating system. I'm gonna have to go searching YouTube. Oh wait, is it this stupid thing? This is how we learn. Okay, trackpad. Jeez, I'm chalked. All right, I have to go on YouTube and find something. I have no idea. Mac OS Tahoe. Mouse zoom. Keystroke. Option Command plus. Nope, that's not what I want. My mouse cursor turned into a magnifying glass. Built-in Windows magnifier tool. Wow, on a Mac. My goodness. I can't see anything. Hover, text, nope. Zoom. I don't know what to do. My goodness. I'm gonna have to just turn off my computer. This is insane. I hate those stupid keystrokes. Oh. Okay, I found the stupid problem. It's a stupid app. All right, back in business. Holy crap. Okay, where was I? Broke the stream. All right. All right. Well, we learn something new every day. Okay. Not going to use that app. All right. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, yeah. I was doing this. Okay. Boom. So, roadmap. Streamlab sessions. Then we're going to go workshop. So, to do that, we're going to get a Discord going. Just, this is really about community, community building, workshop sessions. So get a Discord, get a website, and whether it's get a separate kind of Twitch presence, I don't know. These are things that we need to figure out. But the goal is, going back to the whole objective, make it so that we can workshop ideas. So if I create some kind of learning artifact, be able to use it with people, or improve kind of the lesson plans and things by going through it with people and seeing how, how I present information interacts with how people think about things. So, yeah. And then the last objective, create a YouTube library of, well-made videos. But then from these stream sessions, let's create like shorts content. And then also create kind of shorts from this. This too. Okay. So anyways, that's a roadmap. So step one is kind of refine the stream by doing these sessions. I need to kind of promote the stream. So that it'd be nice to get kind of some mini workshopping going on during the stream. And kind of reiterate the whole point of these lab sessions. Where'd that go? So these lab sessions, kind of the objectives. By streaming these lab sessions, it creates an immediate kind of a learn-wit pressure. So if I just sit and study something, that's great. But to force myself to have the intention to teach with it, stream myself learning it, thinking about it, and create the artifacts as I go. So kind of the way I can create the artifacts. So my artifact library will be kind of outlines, graphics. Let's call it a question or exercise library. This would be like challenges, games, things that people can test their knowledge with. Think of them as test banks or problem sets. I had another thing in mind. Let me check my notes. Okay, so for example, let's call it a knowledge library or a knowledge base. So for example, chart of accounts. Like let's also say frequently asked questions. That's a big important thing. How do I do this? So a collection of those. What are the different softwares out there? So this is almost like a landscape. So create this artifact library. And then seed community workshops. Okay, so so this is like my laboratory session. I'm gonna get people's feedback on it and develop these artifacts as we go. All right, so let's do a quick recap of, why we do this. My objective is, well, I guess I could kind of do a quick round 2 of building this. So let's start from the beginning, just kind of a quick speed run. My vision. So I mean, this is a work in process, but this is V1. I envision a world where people unlock their learning potential through critical thinking and embracing the pain of learning. What am I talking about there? Quick reference. Invitation to the pain of learning. Mortimer J. Adler. Boom. So we need to post this somewhere. So this essay written in the 1941 talks about education, and really I think the money line is anyone who's done thinking painful. It's hard work. I don't think you can make it less painful. The point is to make it effective. But, trying to avoid the pain of learning is not effective. So I think that LearnWit is the best method of learning effectively. And so my mission is First of all, somebody should find me some royalty-free music that I can do in the background, because I feel like what I have going right now is super repetitive. So, my vision is people unlocking their potential through embracing the pain of learning. So I'm going to do that by I'm going to illustrate and promote the LearnWit process while creating the learning content. All right, I'm seeing the chat. I feel like that's a concept. Yeah. So, if I understand what you're saying correctly in the chat, I believe the world, like how you save the world, is through helping people learn how to learn effectively, think critically, and embrace the pain of learning. So I guess if I can point people to this essay as one thing, but so my mission is to create illustrations and to promote the idea of LearnWit by making learning content. So LearnWit, learning with the intention to teach. Oh, I guess let me make a new slide for the objectives. So my mission is to, like I said, illustrate and promote. So I'm going to do that with these objectives to start. Laboratory sessions to illustrate LearnWit process. Step 1. So, LearnWit, learn with the intention to teach. Step 1, laboratory, so it's personal learning. Step 2, workshop, where you discuss, critically think, and present your ideas to others. And you do this in a cycle and you create artifacts until you create exhibits, final presentations. So this channel, example, my name's Taylor and I learn accounting with intention to teach. So then I sat down and I wrote scripts. And then I taught the scripts to people and kept doing that over and over until I created videos. So how do I screen grab? So I created videos 14, 15 years ago. Well, this is the only thing that was on the channel where's a big arrow? So let's say 2011, I did this. Well, I'm now going to start, I guess, I don't know. The new plan. I'm going to stream the lab process. Then I'm going to workshop. Then I'm going to have library. So that's one of the things about this whole thing is this is kind of, I guess I don't care how many people, like, I guess going viral, for example, is not the objective as much as the objective is to just illustrate kind of the core value proposition. I guess that's a lie. There is an objective to show it to as many people as I can. Never mind. I do want to make it go viral. I lied. So what's the definition of success of this whole endeavor? Yeah. So crowded tutor sessions. Collaborative community on, let's just say, Discord for now, because it's kind of the popular way where people, inspire others to embark on LearnWit. So that'd be cool. Those are good questions. Okay, so we need to create some definitions of success. Kind of build out the target personas, the curriculum. So I need to also establish the exhibit library. So let's say website. Discord. YouTube. So on the website, I want to have download PDFs, download slide decks, Discord. These are good questions. All right, things to think through. All right, so this is really high level. What's like the immediate next steps? So right now, let's say, let's develop outline of first knowledge base, and then do workshop or lab streams of creating content for course 1. Create funnel for feedback and suggestions. So, hello at accountingwit.com. So, and then get Twitter and other socials. So, solicit organic feedback. So, I need input and ideas from others. I don't know what you mean, Aaron. All right. So, it's crazy that I didn't have autosave on. You gotta have autosave on. All right. Okay, so those are the immediate next steps. So I kind of want to... I don't see a link from you, Aaron. Okay, well, whoever's in the chat, tell me about the audio. Level's good. Can you hear well? Is the music annoying? Because there's another one. This seemed obnoxious. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Oh, really? How about now? Yeah, I need to get a different keyboard. Let's write that down on the to-do lists. Silent keyboard. I also had something else written down. I need to add a video watermark. Branding. Watermark. And then, what else did I just say? I said something else. Oh, I need a freaking do not disturb sign on my door. Someone walked in on me when I was streaming a second ago. Started yelling. All right. Kyle, can you hear the music? I guess I could Is it annoying or do you like it? Is it too quiet? It's so repetitive. And is my kind of microphone... Oh. Does my microphone sound good, or is it too low? All right. Kyle, your job is to find royalty-free radio on the internet that I can play instead of this one that's not annoying. All right. Okay, in the remaining minutes that I have, I want to illustrate the functionality that I have figured out how to do. So what I've illustrated so far is having PowerPoint. Let's actually just call that virtual machine. That's what we're doing right now. Is got a virtual machine that I'm able to screen share. Then let's go to number 2. Check this out. All right. So then camera. Oops. You can't see that. Camera overlay. So check this out. Let's see if I can make this work. All right. Let's see if it breaks. Hold your breath. All right, you ready for this? Watch this. It didn't work. Let's try again. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I can write on the screen. What do you think of that? So, here's an example of how I could use this. So accounting is like the language of business. So imagine you've got a guy and he decides to build some stuff and he builds a thing and da 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 da. And then you have T accounts with debits and credits. Blah, blah, blah. You know you love it. All right, so that is an example of, let's call it camera overlay writing. Then I've got a laptop here, a Surface laptop, where I can actually so check this out. This is a Surface laptop. Let's see. What? I don't know how to use this. Anyways. Let's get a new one. So I can use Microsoft Whiteboard. So I can draw all over the Surface. Then, so what I'm showing there was, oops, why isn't this working? Laptop, annotation. Then, other thing I can do, should make myself bigger there. So I could do iPad screen share if I wanted to draw on the iPad. Then the things that I need to do next is figure out how to integrate Discord into the stream. So let's just like show video on Discord and then work out the audio loops. All right. All right, well, I think... What do you mean, get a bigger monitor? This is normal sized monitor. All right, maybe someday I'll show the monitor, but not today. Okay, I think we've accomplished the stream 1 goals. So, I've been going an hour, so I'll stop here. And then I will do tomorrow an actual session on learning something. Oh, real quick, I want to show one more thing. I've got a side camera looking at the whiteboard so that I could draw on the screen on the whiteboard. So cool. Anyways, all right, well, here we go. I'm gonna figure out how to stop a stream. I don't know how to do it yet. Maybe it's right here.